Ah, man. So obviously, as you can tell, I'm kicked back. I'm kind of relaxing a little bit. Uh, yes, there is a pile of clothes right there, so don't judge. And yes, Kermit is in that pile too, if you can see him. So, but uh, just a couple things. The new line was recently put in yesterday, so um, might I say that so far, within the first 24 hours of this new line being put in, it actually is working like a charm. So I'm pretty sure that our local internet provider did some testing and research and managed to get this to work. And so far, it is working pretty much like a charm. So um, that's a good thing. So we won't have to worry about having to go downstairs maybe after an hour or two, or maybe a couple days uh, to restart the router, or well, not the router, the modem, because that was the cause of why, one of the causes of why our internet was so crappy within the last month ish or so, um month and a half, give or take. But anyways, this is episode 26 of Grand Slam. Episode 26. It's been a little while, but here we are to this point. And there's just a few things that I really do want to talk about, because these are things just on my mind. And with the recent events that happened on Raw last, no, 2 days ago. That's right, 2 days ago. Um, with the recent events that happened there, I feel like it's kind of fitting that I bring this up. So obviously, as you all know, as we all know, Drew McIntyre is Big E's opponent. I think it should be a crown jewel for the WWE Championship. So obviously, Big E being the champion and the challenger being Mister uh, Mister Drew McIntyre. And really, to be honest with you, I mean, this is a great thing to see. This is a good thing to see, because then, I mean, it gives us a chance. It gives us really gives us a chance to kind of uh, see Drew as a heel again, kind of, in some sense. Um, even though even though people are still cheering him, sort of. Uh, and basically, I mean, because hey, I'm sorry, I'm just putting this all over every almost every Discord server that I'm in right now. Uh, but anyways, if what we saw on Raw is not a good indication that Drew McIntyre should be a heel again, I mean, and I don't know what is, to be honest with you, because what we saw when there were tensions building between Big E and Drew McIntyre in the middle of a tag match, um, between themselves and the Usos, man, I mean, you gotta think, man. I mean, it would be good to see Drew as a heel again. I'd say if he take the title from Big E, which it is kind of possible. He probably may have to pull some tricks out of the Scottish Psychopath bag in order to get it done and become a 3-time champion. And if should that be the case, yeah, then he should be a heel WWE champion. He should hold the title for a little while, not like Roman Reigns Universal title while. I mean, like, he should hold it for a decent amount of time. Kind of like Jinder Mahal did. I mean, because he held it for roughly about 5-6 months, which I'd say decent. Yeah. I mean, then again, I mean, he could hold it. But I mean, he has had similar WWE title runs like that. But yeah, I mean, then again, I don't know. But still though, like it would be nice to see him like hold the title, be a heel champion, and do whatever it takes to retain the title. And that to me is, I mean, is one of the reasons. I mean, I feel like Drew should turn heel. Well, should be a heel for a little while, or at least a while, because when Drew was a heel, I really was digging it. I mean, I really was digging into his promos. I was digging like the Scottish Psychopath kind of deal. I mean, even after the Scottish Psychopath deal, I mean, he still was definitely kicking tail as a heel. I mean, and certainly as a baby face as well. I was really liking his babyface run right up until he won. Well, not like halfway through his second run as WWE champion. I feel like after what was it? It was either after the Royal Rumble or after WrestleMania. I'm more so after the Rumble. I just really wasn't digging babyface Drew anymore. I really wasn't digging it. That's why I feel like he should be heel. And from there, from there, then he can start going after. Then he can start going after the WWE title. He can feud with Big E for a little while. Then eventually he can turn his attention to Roman Reigns come Survivor Series. I mean, it would be a heel versus heel kind of deal. I mean, then again, when you really think about it, I mean, with Brock Lesnar being Roman Reigns' opponent at Crown Jewel, it's really 50-50 on if Brock walks out as champion or not. I mean, because that is really where the question is going to lie next Thursday. Because really, I mean, we've seen Brock beat Roman Reigns before. I mean, in fair fashion. But this is going to be for a championship. Brock is challenging, and Roman is the champion. So the question is, are they going to have Brock put Roman over at Crown Jewel, or is Brock just going to do what Brock wants to do and just do suplex, F5, maybe a clothesline, maybe a right hand. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of unknowns as to what's going to happen in that match. But I just really do feel like I really feel like either Brock is going to walk out as champion or Brock is going to walk out empty-handed. Either way, I mean, Roman Reigns may face Drew McIntyre at Survivor Series, whether if he's Universal Champion or not. So, I mean, that's what I hear. Once Drew gets fully drafted to SmackDown, once his draft becomes effective. But until then, I mean, I really do feel like that he should feud with Big E for a little while, and then really just go from there. But anyways, that's gonna do it for episode 26 of Grand Slam. Thank you guys a lot for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't considered subscribing, I recommend you do so. And keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. That about does it for me. I'll see you in the next one.